The United States Marine Corps has always been known for standing apart from the other branches of the U.S. military. With the longest boot camp, the most grueling physical standards, and a deeply ingrained warrior ethos, Marines are forged with an intensity few can match. But when you turn the lens toward special operations, things take on a whole new level. Unlike the Army or Navy, which have multiple special operations components, the Marine Corps has just one singular unit tasked with some of the most critical and dangerous missions on Earth. That unit is MARSOC, the United States Marine Raiders. These are not your average Marines. Marine Raiders are a breed apart. They've served in conventional units, proved themselves in unforgiving environments, and endured one of the most selective and demanding training pipelines in the entire Department of Defense. Their minds and bodies are conditioned to operate in chaos. But what exactly sets these warriors apart from the rest of the Corps? What missions do they undertake? How are they structured? And what does it take to earn the title of a Marine Raider? To understand MARSOC, you have to understand its legacy. The modern Marine Raiders trace their roots back to World War II, when the original Raiders were formed to conduct amphibious light infantry warfare behind enemy lines. Though those units were disbanded after just 2 years, their impact left a permanent mark on the history of the Corps. Fast forward to 2005, and that legacy was reborn when the Marine Corps formally joined United States Special Operations Command. They drew experienced Marines from elite reconnaissance battalions and stood up what were then known as Marine Special Operations Battalions. And thus, MARSOC was born. Today, MARSOC, short for Marine Forces Special Operations Command, stands as the sole official special operations entity within the Marine Corps. It's a good thing they dropped the F from the acronym. MARFOC just doesn't have the same edge. Unlike the Army's Green Berets, Navy SEALs, or Air Force Pararescue, the Marine Corps put all its special operations might into a single unified command. That makes MARSOC unique. While the Corps does maintain specialized units like Marine Recon, those teams are not part of SOCOM. MARSOC, by contrast, is fully embedded into the Joint Special Operations Framework. The warriors of MARSOC are officially called Critical Skills Operators if they're enlisted, and Special Operations Officers if they're commissioned. You can pick them out by the USMC Raider dagger on their uniforms, a symbol of honor that insiders jokingly refer to as the stripper chicken. Their mission set is broad, but it boils down to 8 core responsibilities. First, there's direct action. Short targeted strikes in hostile or denied areas to seize, destroy, capture, or inflict damage. Then there's special reconnaissance, gathering intelligence not accessible by conventional forces. Third is counterterrorism, neutralizing threats before they can strike. Fourth is foreign internal defense, which involves training and assisting allied military forces. Fifth is security force assistance, enhancing the capabilities of foreign governments aligned with U.S. interests. Sixth is counterinsurgency, fighting asymmetric threats through a blend of military and civil operations. Seventh is support to combating weapons of mass destruction, tracking, tagging, and managing threats posed by WMDs. And finally, there's unconventional warfare, supporting resistance movements and insurgencies in support of broader U.S. operations. Of these, direct action and foreign internal defense are MARSOC's bread and butter, and that makes them strikingly similar in mission scope to the U.S. Army's Green Berets. In fact, MARSOC's organizational model mirrors that of a Special Forces Operational Detachment Alpha, or ODA. From the top down, MARSOC is built for efficiency. At its highest level is the Marine Raider Regiment, consisting of a headquarters company and 3 Marine Raider battalions. Each battalion houses 4 Marine Special Operations companies. Each company contains 4 Marine Special Operations Teams, or MSOTs, 14-man units that serve as the operational backbone of MARSOC. Each MSOT is capable of specializing in one of 4 areas: mountain teams, dive teams, jump teams, and mobility teams. Mountain teams are trained to thrive in rugged terrain, executing cliff assaults, navigating harsh environments, and surviving where others wouldn't. Dive teams handle maritime insertions and small boat operations. Jump teams conduct airborne insertions, including static line and freefall jumps. Mobility teams focus on vehicle operations across diverse terrain. Inside each MSOT, there are 3 components, a headquarters element and 2 tactical squads. The HQ includes a special operations officer, team leader, a team chief, an operations senior NCO, and a communications senior NCO. Each tactical squad contains an element leader, 3 critical skills operators, and 1 Navy Special Amphibious Reconnaissance Corpsman. Yes, you heard that right. Navy medical personnel are embedded with Marine Raiders. That's because the Marine Corps doesn't have its own organic medical MOS. Navy SARCs, Special Amphibious Reconnaissance Corpsmen, receive advanced training and operate side by side with Raiders, often under fire. But MARSOC's strength doesn't come solely from its frontline operators. A powerful network of support personnel ensures mission success. Special Operations Capability Specialists, or SOCS, are technical experts in fields like signals intelligence, EOD, or communications. They go through their own selection process and are trained to operate within MSOTS as force multipliers. Then there are the Combat Service Support Marines, logisticians, administrators, and sustainers who keep the machine running smoothly. While their work is often behind the scenes, they are every bit as critical to the fight. But how does one become a Marine Raider? Unlike some other SOF pipelines, there's no direct entry path into MARSOC. You can't enlist and head straight to selection. Every applicant must already be an active duty Marine with time in the fleet. In that sense, the first phase of Raider training is simply being a Marine, learning the culture, surviving deployments, and earning trust. Only then can a Marine apply for assessment and selection, or A&S. This is a 2-phase course designed to test physical endurance, mental resilience, situational awareness, and overall suitability for special operations. In Phase 1, candidates complete a battery of physical tests and tactical scenarios under the watchful eye of current CSOs. Those who meet the standard move on to Phase 2, held at a secret location and conducted just 3 times per year. Completion of A&S doesn't guarantee a slot in the training pipeline. MARSOC evaluates each candidate holistically, looking at performance, leadership, adaptability, and peer feedback. Only the best move forward. The next step is the Individual Training Course, or ITC, a grueling 9-month crucible that transforms Marines into Raiders. The course is broken into 4 training blocks: basic skills, small unit tactics, close quarters battle, and irregular warfare. During the basic skills phase, candidates master navigation, patrolling, mission planning, communications, and SEER, survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. The small unit tactics phase builds on that foundation, incorporating demolitions, crew-served weapons, boat operations, and intelligence gathering. The close quarters battle phase sharpens rifle and pistol marksmanship, preparing candidates for direct action missions. And the irregular warfare phase introduces complex asymmetric strategies, everything from working with partner forces to manipulating the information environment. The journey to becoming a Marine Raider doesn't end with graduation from the individual training course. It begins there. Life inside MARSOC is a relentless cycle of deployments, training, and mission prep. There's no downtime, no off switch. Missions can come from anywhere: Africa, the Middle East, or Southeast Asia, each bringing new allies, new cultures, and new threats. Raiders are expected to adapt, dominate, and lead. Between deployments, Raider teams sharpen every edge. Close quarters battle becomes second nature. Language skills turn them into regional experts. New insertion methods, drone operations, surveillance, all critical to staying ahead. On the battlefield, stagnation means defeat, and MARSOC never stands still. Physically, the demands are brutal, but mentally they're even tougher. Split-second decisions under fire, navigating foreign cultures, facing unclear rules of engagement. These challenges can't be taught in classrooms. That's why MARSOC trains operators to lead with initiative. Autonomy isn't a perk, it's a requirement. Leadership here is built on trust. A lance corporal with experience may carry just as much weight as a staff sergeant. In high-stakes operations, rank matters less than judgment and grit. That trust forms the core of unit cohesion, Because when lives are on the line, hesitation kills. Supporting this machine are the unsung heroes, Special Operations Capability Specialists. They're experts in intel, comms, EOD, and more. Trained to the same standard, they deploy with the teams, not behind them. Alongside them are combat service support Marines, the logisticians, techs, and sustainers who make operations possible. Without them, the mission doesn't move. Cultural mastery is another cornerstone. Whether in an African village or an Afghan outpost, raiders must win hearts as well as wars. Reading body language, building trust, giving orders with respect. These are battlefield tools as vital as rifles. Often, diplomacy is their sharpest weapon. This balance, raw combat power and cultural fluency, is what makes MARSOC unlike any other. One day they're breaching a compound. The next, they're training allied officers in jungle terrain. That versatility is their greatest asset, yet you rarely hear about them. And that's by design. MARSOC's ethos is quiet professionalism, no headlines, no fanfare. Just the job, done right. Their legacy is built mission by mission, not on medals or media. Within the special operations world, however, their reputation is solid. They've worked alongside SEALs, Delta Force, Green Berets, CIA teams on missions that may never be declassified. Wherever precision, discretion, and adaptability are needed, MARSOC is called. Some believe MARSOC is the Marine Corps' future, a model for modern warfare. As conflict evolves into asymmetric threats and digital battlefields, the need for agile, culturally aware, and deadly forces grows. Marine Raiders, with their hybrid training and mindset, are built for that future. Ultimately, MARSOC is about transformation. From World War II's legendary Raiders to today's elite teams, they've adapted with every generation. They aren't seeking attention, they're seeking results. Every mission accomplished, every threat neutralized, every life saved. It all redefines what it means to be a Marine. So when the mission is too sensitive, too dangerous, too complex, look for those who operate in silence. Those whose only signature is success. Those who carry the Raider dagger Canti and the spirit of Semper Fidelis. These are the United States Marine Raiders. And now I must retreat from this battlefield, but don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you backing MARSOC? Or is there another Special Forces unit you want to see next? Let me know.